Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode. Today, you're going to be learning how you can become a whale in this cryptocurrency space in seconds. Might seem like a dream, but as it always happens in this cryptocurrency space, a lot of crazy things happen. So let's figure out why this is even a possibility. Okay, so getting right into it, you can become a whale in this cryptocurrency space thanks to this new development in the DeFi space called flash loans. You might be hearing this one popping up again quite a few times. It has been the culprit in a few of the DeFi platform hacks. I will be getting into that, but let's take a look at what they actually are. So flash loans was an idea that was first brought to the public way back in 2018. I know it was such a long time ago. By the platform called Marble, but this concept and it being called flash loans is thanks to one developer for the Aave platform. Also, it was originally developed or launched as Ethlend, and they have since changed their name to Aave. Anyway, their implementation of flash loans started in January of this year. And since its inception, it has slowly grown, but this past month of July has really seen an explosion in the use of and in the value of these loans, these flash loans being taken out, at least on the Aave platform. Now, of course, Aave was the first one, technically the first one to really roll this out, but it didn't take long for others to follow suit. You can also take out flash loans, I believe, on Balancer and BZX. Flash loans are uncollateralized loans that allow you to take liquidity from a liquidity pool. Now, this could mean, essentially, I guess, that you could take out as much liquidity as you want from that liquidity pool. Again, that is determined based on the kind of framework set up for these smart contracts on these platforms that will be allowing you to take out a flash loan. But you're able to do this as long as the loan, in addition to a percentage fee, is repaid within the confines of that entire transaction. I know it sounds kind of complicated, but I will be explaining it. But what happens when that liquidity is returned to the liquidity pool, in addition to that percentage fee, at least also helps to increase the value of the native token of that platform. So these flash loans, essentially, if you're at all familiar with atomic swaps, they function in much the same fashion in that they either go 100% successfly or they don't go at all. Like it's all or nothing really with flash loans and with atomic swaps. You take out the loan and you repay it. Otherwise, what happens if you don't repay a flash loan, every transaction associated with that flash loan is reversed as well. And it is this attribute of flash loans that theoretically removes the risk from the lenders and the borrowers. But as we've seen with the many DeFi hacks of 2020, I'm saying hacks in quotes. If you guys caught my last video going over the hacks or the incidences of the DeFi platforms in this year 2020, you'll understand where I'm coming from. But there are still risks involved with flash loans, and particularly the platforms that host them. They really have to make sure that someone doesn't have the ability to really drain altogether their liquidity pool and affect the prices of the cryptocurrencies that they're dealing with on that platform. That was the circumstances for a number of these incidences or exploits of these DeFi platforms that cost people money, that got these people who saw these loopholes a lot of money. But so that's what we're working with here. Just because the loan can be repaid immediately doesn't necessarily mean that there is zero risk involved for all of those participants. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Right now, most of these people who are using these flash loans are able to do so because they are very familiar with not only understanding smart contract code, but they are writing these smart contracts themselves. So basically, if you know how to read smart contract code, or if you even better and definitely more necessity there. If you know how to write smart contract code, you can take out a flash loan and create yourself a crypto whale for the day. Or at least for one Ethereum block in that blockchain, which typically lasts about 15 seconds. Now, I have come across a couple decent tutorials for those of you who are kind of familiar with reading and writing code in this cryptocurrency space. Go ahead and check out the links I have provided just for you down below in the video description under the video suggestions. There is both a tutorial for how to write your own smart contract code using Aave for flash loans. Additionally, there is a tool that allows you to get into these flash loans without knowing or having to code any of the smart contract yourself. I'm sure that second option comes with a lot of risks, especially being in a position of not really understanding exactly what is happening with that transaction. So a lot of trust happening with that option. But for those of you who are super curious and are fully comfortable on taking on a lot of that risk, that is also a tutorial available for you in the video description. Now, according to the economist Alex Kruger, he says that these flash loans are really just the epitome of programmable money, or at least it's the bleeding edge of programmable money as we know it today. So for those of you who think you're really ahead of the curve of the masses and you're really smart about having your money work for you, and you're not keeping your money, or most of your money at least, in a savings account in a traditional bank, in a fiat currency that is rapidly probably devaluing thanks to all of the crazy inflation we're seeing around the world. Not to mention that savings account is paying you like 0.0001 interest, or really quite crappy interest rate, and it doesn't even cover the rate of inflation of the currency you're holding. So you think you're really ahead of the curve. You've shifted your value into an appreciating asset, and one that has a limited supply. It is a very hard asset. So you're really having your money work for you in ways like that, seeing it appreciate. Or let's say you've really stepped up your passive earning game in this cryptocurrency space, and you're using those staking coins, getting a nice healthy passive income from staking coins, really enjoying that compound interest that comes along with those. Well, my friends, the real guys on the bleeding edge of having their money work for them, or having other people's money in these liquidity pools work for them, are these people who are able to write these smart contracts, initiate these flash loans, and really do some crazy things to step up how they can participate in things like arbitrage trading, things like, refinancing previous loans they've taken out. Those are just a few of the use cases for flash loans that we're seeing it today. I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I'm really excited to see how these smart contracts become more user-friendly. And as this continues to mature, it is a brand new stinking little baby in the crypto space. This whole idea of DeFi and flash loans. But there's a lot of attention being paid to it because there's a lot of money to be made using these different concepts of how money can work. It's all really cool. And that's why I continue to cover these DeFi platforms. Again, there's a ton of risks involved. If you want to learn more, again, I encourage you to check out those video suggestions down below in the video description. Now, before I end today, I want to do a quick reminder that if you have ever heard that phrase DYOR, or do your own research, you're curious, if you're new to crypto, you don't know what that even means, where to even start. Well, if you join patreon.com/cryptotips and you join up on the CT Club, it's $7 a month. You get access to all of the classes I have hosted previously, in addition to trade alerts that I do as well, letting you know what I'm investing in. Additionally, I do some deep dives into different cryptocurrencies. But yesterday, I held my newest class going over how to research a cryptocurrency. More specifically, how I research a cryptocurrency and how I come to the decision of whether or not I should invest, and if I should invest in the long or short term. I think it was a great class, definitely a class that was highly requested by people in my Patreon. So if you guys are interested in that, you want to learn more, I encourage you to check that out. Also, a link to that can be found down below in the video description. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one, found it informative. I'll be coming to you again very soon, but in the meantime, I hope you're staying happy and healthy.